Hi friends, hi, hello, my name is Mia and this is, well, not my virtual vanity for once, this is my real vanity. And today I want to do a makeup declutter because I've been feeling quite overwhelmed with the stuff that I have. I'm not going to be ruthlessly decluttering because 90% of the stuff that you see here has been bought with my own money, and so I want to focus more on panning rather than decluttering. But also, life is too short to use mediocre products or sub-mediocre products or products that I don't enjoy using, so this is what I'm going to be focusing on. I've talked too much, let's get started. And I want to start first and foremost with base products. By base products I mean primers, concealers, powders. Especially my powder drawer is a bit ridiculous. Okay, let's start with powders because they're in the front here. I've got this mini of the Hourglass, whatever you call it, ambient light. This is in dim light. I'm working on panning this. I don't really support Hourglass per se. I feel that they still have so much work to do in regarding skin tone inclusivity, but I have this. I've had this for like 2020. I like to label all of my products when I remember to do so, so I know how long I've had them for. So I'm working on panning this year. I'm hoping to hit waffle pan soon. Fingers crossed. I'm keeping. I also have one of my favorites, and this is the Revlon. This is the one from their, God, this is what happens when you put pretty stickers on your makeup. You kind of forget what they're called. It's the one in this very millennial pink packaging. Now this I would consider a bit of a summer powder, and that's because I've got a bit of a dry skin tone, maybe combination lately. So this is a bit heavy for me in the winter, but for the summer, spring, autumn, this is gorgeous. Very beautiful powder. I'm not, oh, it's the Candid line. Done. I remembered. I'm not sure if this is still like not discontinued, but I love it and I'm gonna continue using it. So this is a keep. Put it back in its little drawers. Another powder that I've been really enjoying is the e.l.f. Halo Glow. This is really beautiful. It sets without being too cakey, too heavy. It's a perfect winter autumn powder for me. I've been really enjoying it. So yeah, this is also stays, and it's fairly new. I think I bought it when I was visiting my friend in London the last time. When was it? November 2022. Thank you, past Mia, for dutifully labeling your shit. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. Everyone complains about the packaging on this, but truth be told, I don't mind it because I don't take powder with me to work. I've got an Essence cheapish powder that I keep specifically in my cubby at work for this purpose. I really like this. I already have a dent in it because I've used it so much this summer. This is perfect. It mattifies without making the skin look cakey or heavy. Still keeps the dimension on the skin, and particularly in the summer I sweat a lot. Genetics truly cursed me with a sweaty ass face in the summer, and this really helps. I think you can see the dent in the light. I'm trying to do this in natural lighting because I'm sick and tired of lugging around the ring light. This is the, oh gosh, whatchamacallit? It's a Swedish brand. I got this in Sweden when we visited my sister-in-law last time. This is really pretty. So this and this Kiko Milano one, they have the same purpose, just different undertones. I don't know if you can tell, but the Kiko Milano one is a bit darker and yellower, and this one is slightly pink and lighter. I like using this on no foundation days. I will cover my nose and a bit of the redness in my cheeks. This has quite a dent, and this one, you can see I've just kind of taken away the imprint. I like using this one the best with kind of like a sponge, but not wetted. Is wetted even an English word? One of those little classical applicators, and press it into the skin. Meanwhile, this one works beautifully with a foundation brush, particularly, where are you? the Zeesea. This is the 104. So this is more like my winter shade, this is more of my summer shade. I'm keeping both. I know we're not doing much decluttering, but as I said, it's more of a slight declutter collection video. These have a separate location. Let me place them where they belong. Something I am decluttering is going to be this number 7 Airbrush Away Finishing Powder Translucent. This is so bad. I've worked on patting this for so long, but I'm tired. I don't like wearing it on my face. It does absolutely nothing. I'm not even that oily and it doesn't do absolutely nothing. I've been mostly wearing it in my under eyes, but it's gonna take me forever to go through it. And I don't wanna bother having a separate product just for my under eyes when all of my other powders will do just fine. So this pisses me off and it has to go. Another recent powder, this is the Kiko Milano Blossoming Beauty powder. This is really pretty. This is more of a finishing powder. It doesn't mattify that much. It leaves more like a natural satin finish on the skin. Really been loving this for winter. So I'm keeping this. And then 2 other powders. This is the Zeesea British Museum powder. I really love this powder. I want to pan it as well because it's getting old in age. I think, if I recall correctly, they sell separate pans for it. And I really like the compact as well. So if I'm not going to be able to buy a replacement pan, I'm probably going to use this as a quad compact or something like that. This is newer to me. This is the Sephora Smoothing and Setting Powder. I don't have yet any opinions of it. I've used it a couple of times and I don't have any strong feelings towards it yet. Time will tell. So yeah, in total, I have 2 powder foundations. Didn't declutter any of them. And I have 2 loose powders. Didn't declutter any of those. Then 4, 5, 6 total pressed powders, and I decluttered just 1, which left me with 5. And maybe I could try and pan 1 or 2 during this year. I have to really focus and get to some stuff. Let's talk concealers, because I've got a bunch over here. So I relatively recently tried the NARS Creamy Radiant. I am mad that this is actually worth the hype because it's expensive, but it's just so good. I am in the shade Creme Brulee, which arguably isn't a perfect shade match. It's a bit peachier than my skin tone, but because it's peachier, it works perfectly at neutralizing my vampiric under eye circles. So love this, keeping this. I've been using this almost every day. I also have the NARS Soft Matte Concealer, and this is in Vanilla, which is a closer match to my skin tone. I would still love it for it to be more cooler leaning, but it's fine. It blends out nicely. It's doable. I really like this for the sides of my nose where I get quite red, as well as for spot concealing, and for the under eyes only when I'm feeling very hydrated, which is rare because I forget to drink water. I need reminders, and sometimes I forget about reminders too, so there's that. Keeping this one. This is the Glossier Generation G, and this is in G11. Oh my, I tried to make this work, guys. Okay, you can see I've got like a dent in it. There was an attempt. The issue with this is that it's too sheer coverage for what I need, so it ends up mixing with the purple in my under eyes, and that ends up making me look undead. I'm not in the sexy vampire Lestat queen of the damned way, but just hasn't slapped and washed her hair in like a month, that type of undead. So I've been using this a lot as a bit of a foundation type product, but I'm going to be completely honest, I'm not that much of a fan of it, even as a foundation product, because it doesn't truly set and it gets all over my glasses, which is annoying. So I'm ready to let this go. I've used up a bit of it. I tried my best. I think I'm halfway through it considering the dent. You know, I give it my best shot. I don't want to suffer anymore. So I am decluttering this. Another thing that I'm Unfortunately, decluttering is the Smashbox Becca Fair Light Eye Brightener. This is not the same as the original. This is truly not the same. I am pissy because it was expensive, but it is what it is. I don't really have a use for it. The other one was also quite dewy and reflective, but this is grease with a bit of pigment. It makes me reflect light right and left. It's like I'm Superman with laser eyes. I don't enjoy it. The original, as I said, had more pigment. It was still luminizing, but it was covering something. I'm not sure what this is supposed to. Two other concealers that I'm not letting go. So this is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage, my beloved. If you've been on my channel for quite a while, you know that I love this thing. I love it, I love it, I love it. I've been using it for years. I think I've been using it since high school or college, and I'm a 29-year-old lady, so it's been a while and I keep repurchasing, so this clearly stays. Some people in my comment section have said that this has fragrance, so if you're sensitive to fragrance, which I am not, you maybe want to be wary of that, but otherwise it's really medium to high coverage and it's beautiful for both the under eyes and you know, point concealing. This is the Espresso ABC concealer. This is really nice. It's more of a light to medium coverage. It's best applied with fingers, and I also like using it as a foundation. When I went on my last trip, I got this with me as both concealer and foundation, and it just made my skin look gorgeous. Love it. And I am in the lightest shade, which it's 05. Really like Espresso products. I will definitely buy more from them. So I'm keeping. Okay, let's discuss. So I had in total, amidst this mess, 3 liquids, 3 pots. I'm keeping all of the liquids. I am decluttering 2 of the pots. So I think I did well in this category proportionally. Okay, setting sprays, I just have 2. The NYX Dewy, which is what I've been repurchasing all of the time, and then I also have the All Nighter setting spray, which I've not used yet. I'm keeping both of these. I only have 1 SPF, and this is the Neutrogena Urban Protect SPF 25. I feel like this is the only one that doesn't make my face sweat underneath it. It's more like a moisturizer. I know SPF 25 isn't enough, but it's better than nothing, and I've yet to find a good replacement for it that just kind of lives up to how good this is. So there's that. I'm keeping this. 1 eye primer, and this is the Milani. I've tried other eye primers, they just don't compare to this one. I had to pay a premium for this because everything is so much more expensive, just stupidly expensive, and compared to last year, this had a 20% hike increase in price. It's stupid. Like, the ingredients are the same, the packaging are the same. Why are you asking for 20% more? And because, even though I always say I don't negotiate with terrorists, I bought it. Primers. I have a grand total of this and that. 1, 2, 3, 6. I've got 6 primers, and they all kind of have different purposes. The Glossier Future Dew, this had a learning curve to it because I feel like this is quite serumy, greasy, and I didn't enjoy it at all in the summer when I got it, but now in winter I'm really enjoying it, and I have to use it sparingly, otherwise my face turns into a greasy mess. But I've been really liking it. So yeah, I hated this at first. I still don't think this is worth the hype, or how much everyone and their mothers were saying that this is the best thing since sliced bread. But it's fine, it's okay, I will pan it. I don't think I will repurchase, but who knows. This is the Vidia Lumilayer Primer. This is my only luminizing primer. I'm trying very hard to pan this because I'm bored of it. It's got a bit of a soap bubble effect to it, so it's hololuminescent, I would say. I don't know if it picks it up because I'm in natural light, and the natural light in my home isn't that great. But yeah, it's more of a cool toned thing. See? Yeah, I got it. And I'm more into golden or pinkish tones at the moment. So I'm working really hard on panning this so I can move on to another luminizing primer. I'm thinking either the MAC Strobe Light and Pink Light, or maybe I will finally try the Charlotte Tilbury one. But yeah, I'm keeping this because I really wanna get rid of this and pan it. I have the Oh Milky, I think that's what they call it now, Oh Dewy Latte from Espresso. This is a hydrating primer that's really good, but I feel would be more suited to someone that has a oilier or more combo skin tone than mine, because I don't feel it's as hydrating as this one from Catrice, but it still perfects the skin a bit and makes the makeup look better on it. It makes it sit better on it. So I'm really enjoying this, but I feel someone that has less dry skin than me would absolutely go banana bonkers, love it. So I'm keeping this one. I'm also obviously keeping this one. This is one of my holy grail primers, although I am 100% sure that they've changed the formula. It doesn't hit quite the same, but then again, I also don't really want to go on the search for the perfect hydrating primer, so this will do. This is very, very hydrating. It feels like a gel consistency moisturizer, and it's really good for my dry skin. I love it. The MAC Prep and Prime, I purchased this after finishing a sample of it, and I really love it. It's just the perfect primer. It hydrates, it makes makeup sit better, it makes makeup last longer. It's a little bit you know, it gives a pretty finish to the skin. What's annoying about this is that the packaging, because I'm pretty sure that there will be stuff left over in the corners when I'm done with this. I would really much prefer a squeezy tube packaging, but I guess this looks more luxe, right? The Essence Poreless Partner Primer, I have had this for a couple of days now. It's fine at the moment. I'm undecided about it, if it truly deserves a place in my collection or not, but that's because I haven't used it that much yet, so there's that. As you can see, I'm not decluttering anything from my primers. Sorry, not sorry. It's not like I have an excessive amount of them, and each of them kind of does different things. It's going to be the same for my foundations. I have the following. I have the Makeup Forever Reboot, which is really pretty, medium coverage, very natural looking. I would say it has a satiny, velvety finish on me. This is a mix of two foundations that I use in the summer. This is half Wet n Wild tinted hydrator, half the Rimmel tinted moisturizer, and that's because I had both of them during the summer, and as summer waned and I went back to my regular vampiric pallor, I decided to mix the two. It's a great combo, actually. It does really well mixed together, so I will finish this come summertime. So I'll label it. I know what it is. I love labels. God. The Espresso, and this is their foundation. This has a medium coverage on me. I would have expected this to be more of a tinted moisturizer, but oddly enough, it has quite a bit of coverage. Beautiful texture, again, a satiny, velvety finish. I like applying this best with a sponge, and I'm also in the lighter shade, which is slightly yellower than what I need. So blended out, it looks fine, but I can tell that this is not 100% a perfect shade match. But I do love the formula, and as I said, blended out, it looks fine. So yeah, I've not really decluttered anything, but it is what it is. I think I'm gonna cut this part here, and I'm gonna continue with highlighters, blushes, bronzers next, and then finally my eyeshadow palettes, lipsticks, etc., which are numerous and slightly problematic to go through. So there's that. Thank you so much for watching my little declutter. I hope I'll see you the next time. Bye bye.